Many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been
Well, currently, as we're speaking, the most talked about personality in Hollywood and across every country is Jada Pinkett. That's because she has made an explosive revelation with what really has been happening in her marriage. Well, guys, you are aware that she said that she and Will Smith for 7 years were divorced. Now, also do remember the fling between herself and August Alsina. So it looks like in the course of their divorce or breakup, she was having an affair with August Alsina, right? Well, interesting revelation up here coming up shortly. This is the Tracy Open Axe News. This is the Have Folk Quality to me. Please, do also keep the subscription going. Your thought and comment also will be appreciated in the comment section. For more news, you may want to visit pinaxnews.com for great content over there. Let's get started. Well, what has been trending from the camp of Jada Pinkett. Now, after revealing secret of what really transpired between herself and Will Smith, making the world go into a frenzy with a lot of reactions, claiming that for 7 years now, she and Will Smith had split. Now, let's do this interesting calculation. Remember that Jada Pinkett apparently, in a table discussion, told, Will Smith that she had an entanglement with August Alsina. Now, if indeed she was divorced then, 7 years. So, I mean, it's a conversation that when you think about it, you really cannot understand exactly the head and tail of the issue, because even in that conversation between Jada and Will Smith, they were still together. But so if indeed they were still together, how then was Jada, allowed to still have an entanglement, like she said, with August Alsina? Well, in an interesting bombshell, report also looks like Chris Rock apparently also tried to have a fling with Jada Pinkett. Let's get you some interesting fact over here. We'll put some interesting post on your screens to see what this interesting article had to say. Kind courtesy Pub Base, who apparently did publish this, so we'll give credit to them anyways. But this is a conversation that apparently she did put inside her memoir. You may want to check it out very soon. I don't know if it's out yet, but this has been a conversation, on the part of, Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett also. It says that Jada Pinkett Smith reveals Chris Rock once asked her out amid Will Smith divorce rumors. I'm asking myself, what really was Chris Rock apparently thinking? Well, let's find out in this interesting more. It says that he called me and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, aren't you and Will getting divorced? I was like, no, Chris, those are just rumors. He was appalled and he profusely apologized, and that was it. Goodness gracious. So how did Chris Rock also get to know that Jada Pinkett apparently, has, called it quits in her marriage? There's so much inconsistencies going on in this interesting revelation Jada herself has put out there, because how was Chris Rock apparently aware of the divorce if she didn't make it public till now? So who signaled Chris Rock about it? I don't know if I'm trying to make sense, because if for 7 years the whole world didn't know about your divorce, how possible was Chris Rock aware about that? Well, August Alsina, well, congratulations to you anyway, because you had your way to have an entanglement, with Jada Pinkett. So let's get you that interesting video between Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, which apparently she did unravel what happened between herself and August Alsina. Your thought and comments, please leave it in the comment section.
Happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement. with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into. Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So, you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like,